Dear Kitty, we, your presidential seven wonders, like you, are heartbroken that you could not physically visit each of our states. So, as a treat to you, and to thank you for all of your hard work these past 2 years, we want to take you on a virtual trip to travel across the Southwest to see the wonders of the seven wonders. We get to start your adventure in your home state of Colorado, since it was the first of the seven wonderful southwestern states to join Alpha Delta Kappa. We can start with the mile-high city of Denver. We have many suburbs that make up the metropolitan area. South of Denver, we have Colorado Springs. Visit the Air Force Academy, or you might even want to take a ride on the train up Pikes Peak. Many of our Alpha Delta Kappa sisters reside in the southern area. Westward we go, and you enter our majestic Rocky Mountains. In the summer, you can enjoy fishing, hiking, and camping. In the winter, you can take a run down the slopes on skis or snowboards. Any time of year is the time to enjoy our wildlife: deer, elk, moose, and antelope, just to name a few. After you cross the Continental Divide, you will be able to enjoy the hot springs of Glenwood Springs in warmer weather. You are heading into our famous fresh fruit country. Can we tempt you with fresh peaches or cantaloupe? Finally, you can travel down to Durango and ride the narrow gauge railroad. Then make your way to the southern state border and visit 3 other states where your Alpha Delta Kappa sisters in New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah will be waiting for you. We are always glad to see you. Now on to New Mexico, the land of enchantment. At first glance, New Mexico looks like nothing but desert. However, we have some gems that are must-visits for our state. You're definitely going to need your tennis shoes for this trip. First on our itinerary is Albuquerque's Old Town for some great Mexican food. Red, green, or Christmas is the question of the day, meaning, what kind of chili would you like? Both, if I have my choice. Next stop is the Sandia Peak Tramway. You'll reach the crest of the Sandia Mountains at 10,378 feet for an amazing view. If heights are not your thing, let's drive south to Carlsbad Caverns, discovered in 1898 by a teenager, Jim White. You can walk to the bottom of the cavern, seeing unique formations on your way to the big room. Don't worry, Kitty, we'll take the elevator back up. White Sands is next on our trip. Wave-like dunes of gypsum cover 275 square miles of desert. Grab a sled and let's go! Now that you've seen some of central and southern New Mexico, let's travel to northern New Mexico and visit the Bisty Badlands. You may think you're on another planet with all the hoodoos and rock formations you'll see. Last, we'll head south to what we call Tent Rocks. The cone-shaped rocks are the result of volcanic eruptions over 6 to 7 million years ago. Kitty, New Mexico is truly the land of enchantment, and now you can see why. California's beautiful coastal state is divided into 4 separate districts: Northern, Valley, Marina, and Southern. Let's start in the north, which covers Redding, Sacramento, San Jose, to San Francisco, to the top of our state, with Chico and Roseville being our 2 most northern chapters. In this area, you could enjoy visiting the Hillmar Cheese Factory, and if you come at the right time, the Gilroy Garlic Festival. The Marina District covers the west coastal areas from below San Francisco, the Channel Islands, Santa Barbara, through Los Angeles, down to Orange County by Carlsbad. You already know about Disneyland, but this region also offers the Santa Barbara Mission, since you're a history buff, Kitty. Now on to the Valley, which covers south past Fresno, Modesto, over to the state line to the east, Yosemite, and down to Bakersfield. Death Valley is divided between the Valley and Southern districts, which just brings us to California's final area, the Southern District. This covers from the San Bernardino Mountains east to the state line through Joshua Tree, Indio, Palm Springs, San Bernardino, Riverside, and down the coast to San Diego. Right in the heart of the Golden West, we have Nevada. Our 2 largest metropolitan areas are Reno and Las Vegas. Up north, you can spend some time soaking up the sun while tubing down the Truckee River. And down south, You can escape the heat by taking a ride in the high roller. If you're looking for an interesting tourist trap away from the big cities, you can head up to Virginia City, about 30 minutes outside of Reno, or the engineering marvel that is the Hoover Dam, about half an hour away from Las Vegas. Or, dear kitty, if it is some fresh air and sunshine that you crave on your trip across the Southwest, then Lake Tahoe's Sand Harbor or the Valley of Fire's Elephant Rock may be more of what you're looking for. No matter where you decide to spend your time in Nevada, your Alpha Delta Kappa sisters will always be there to welcome you with open arms. That's us in all those houses outside of the casinos. Dearest Kitty, Hawaii is like no other place on earth. I know you love your cruises, but don't cruise from the mainland. Fly out here. We'll meet you at the airport. With hundreds of miles of pristine coastline, Hawaii's beaches are postcards come to life. We are home to several national parks and 50 state parks that pay tribute to the island's unique beauty and native culture. From the awe-inspiring natural wonders of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park to the poignant beauty of Kalaupapa National Historical Park on Molokai, there are a variety of experiences and adventures waiting to be discovered. Once you've relaxed enough and are up for a little adventure, we invite you to come face to face with tropical fish, spotted eagle rays, and green sea turtles on an underwater adventure in Hawaii's 12,000 miles of coral reef. Before you fly back stateside, you must visit Diamond Head State Monument. The iconic crater sitting in the edge of Waikiki is named Leahi due to its profile resembling the forehead of the ahi fish. Visitors can hike a trail to the summit to see stunning views of the south shore of the island. Welcome now to Utah, crossroads of the West, and to our capital city, Salt Lake City. We hope you can visit our city with a beautiful Temple Square. We are fortunate to have 5 national parks: Arches, Bryce, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, and Zion. Many of us live along the Wasatch Mountains, not far from the Great Salt Lake and lots of desert. Do you see all of our houses down there? All Alpha Delta Kappa sisters are always welcome to our state with open arms. The last continental stop on our trip is through amazing Arizona. Oh, the places you'll go throughout Arizona. The one city you were able to visit before everything shut down was Tucson, the home of our first Alpha Delta Kappa Collegiate Club at the University of Arizona, Pima College. What an amazing evening with a chartering ceremony, initiation of our newest members, and the installation of officers. Just look at those smiles. It was so fun. The next city on your trip would be Phoenix, or as we locals call it, the Valley of the Sun. This is where we hope, in 2020 and 2021, to establish the second collegiate club at Grand Canyon University. Now, no trip is complete without coming to my hometown of Prescott. Depending on the time of year, you could see a rodeo, the rodeo parade, Christmas and the lighting of our courthouse, a trip up to Mount Vernon to see all the Victorian houses, and so much more. The last city on this trip, though there are many more cities I would love for you to visit, is Flagstaff, home of Northern Arizona University, and hopefully, in Christie's biennium, our third collegiate club. From Flagstaff, we would drive the 90 minutes to the south rim of the Grand Canyon, one of the 7 wonders of the New World. Miss Kitty, there is so much to show you in Arizona that one biennium would not be enough. It is our hope that you and your husband will RV through Arizona and see all the wonders that are our great state. We end our trip in Australia, the most beautiful country with 6 states and some of Alpha Delta Kappa's sweetest and funniest members, if you ask me. We begin in the Sunshine State of Queensland. It has 283 days of sunshine, maximum summer temperatures of 38 degrees Celsius, That's 106 Fahrenheit for you Americans. With high humidity, minimum temperatures of 0 Celsius or 32 Fahrenheit, but that's only in the early morning. Brisbane City was established as a penal settlement in the 1820s. It now has a population of over 2 million people, and it's a cosmopolitan city, rejuvenated during the 1988 World Expo. Brisbane is close to pristine beaches, spectacular islands, reefs, and rainforests. You'll get the full experience here. Australia's pride and joy, the Great Barrier Reef, is located off the coast of Queensland. It's an enormous living organism with more than 400 coral species and 5,000 marine and mammal species. It's home to some of the world's rarest creatures and prehistoric plant life. It is one of the most iconic, beautiful, diverse locations on Earth, and we can't wait for you to visit it, Kitty. Australia is a megadiverse country and is home to an extraordinarily high amount of plants and animal species. Here are just a few of our fantastic creatures. Some you'll love to run into, and others we'll make sure you avoid. You know about our most famous creatures already: kangaroos, koalas, sharks, emus, dingoes, wombats, platypuses, Tasmanian devils, and crocodiles. But the inland taipan is a poisonous snake. However, don't be too worried. Fewer people die from snake bites or shark attacks than they do from bee stings. Cassowaries are tall flightless birds with powerful kicks. They're the deadliest birds in the world. Best to see them only in the zoo. The kookaburra, the world's largest kingfisher, can grow up to 46 centimeters or 18 inches from beak to tail. It's known for its chuckling voice. Echidnas weigh between 5 to 6 kilos or 11 to 13 pounds. They have spines similar to a porcupine or a hedgehog, and they roll into a ball for protection. Funnel web spiders call Australia home. It's the world's deadliest, injects poison with bite, and death occurs within 1 hour. We like to avoid that one at all costs. Finally, the box jellyfish is the most venomous marine stinger, has long tentacles that inject poison when touched. Thank you so much, Kitty, for all that you did for your 7 Wonders Plus One. We love you, and we know we'll keep in touch. With love, Colorado, New Mexico, California, Nevada, Hawaii, Utah, Arizona, and Australia.